not many people today in the live stream. It's holiday week in the US, so I guess most people are still at their families and full of turkey. And what I am, German, and the show has been recorded and is now sending from Germany, and we don't have that holiday for obvious reasons. So here we are, only stream for today, and we're going to play Heroes of Baldur's Gate, The Black Net. The show is pre-recorded, but this intro and a small tiny outro is going to be live, just me talking. I am the DM of the show, and my name is Mháire. It's the weird one over there. And I am the face of Orkenspalter TV, which is a YouTube channel and a stream for classic tabletop RPGs and games. And Wizards of the Coast have been so nice to give us the slot here to show you how we do this in Germany and how we play and what we do. But it's, of course, in English. And so you're going to have a nice range of German accents and one Englishman who pretends to be Irish for the show. So it's an eclectic thing. The adventure we're playing is a very nice module from the Dungeon Masters Guild, and it's by James Olin and Jesse Skye. And if James Olin makes you perk up, that might be because he was a lead designer at BioWare, and he was lead designer for the Baldur's Gate games. And the adventure is set in between Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and you can play both original characters and characters from the games. And it's a really nice adventure that ties off some stories from the first game and looks at what happens in between those. They were very nice at Arcanum Worlds, which is the publishing company of James Olin, to allow us to use all the materials, all their art. And as you can see behind me too, it's gorgeous. It's a really beautiful book. And what we're doing is kind of doing an abridged version of Heroes of Baldur's Gate, which is going to show in later sessions. We have recorded 7 sessions in all, and we kind of streamlined it in a sense and made sure that people got into places where interesting things were going to happen. But for now, in the second session, we are still in the city itself. We started off last time by introducing the characters, of course, and they stumbled over a problem for the city, and they stumbled across it by finding Jaheira, one of the companion characters from Baldur's Gate. And in the version in the book, there would have been a different scenario and there would have been different creatures to fight, but I changed it for 2 reasons. First one is the creatures that originally were the enemies in that scene. You can't get them as a miniature anymore. They haven't been produced for years. And we're playing with 3-dimensional dungeon stuff and miniatures and everything because we wanted to make the most out of the fact that we actually sit around a physical table. So we're using anything we've got. But what I didn't have were gibberlings. So no gibberlings, but since one of the stories that is going to be important for the whole adventure is one of dark druids and things happening in the woods, I threw in some dryads and I had some proxies for them. And also the other reason I changed that first scene was because Jaheira was actually captured and you had to free her. And Jaheira for me is not a character who's very much a damsel in distress because she's always on top of things, and yeah, she knows what's going on, and if anyone gets out of a problem, it's going to be herself. And so I changed that around a bit. And hello, great looks. Yes, I'm going to be in the chat while the pre-recorded session runs, and I've just seen one of the players you're going to see. For this session, we still have 3 players. Our producer and my partner for Orkenspalter TV, Nico, is going to join as one of the original characters of the games. One of the canon characters of the games later, and 2 other sessions. But for now, it's 3. The thing why the players are probably not going to be in chat today, or at least not a lot, is because Orkenspalter TV has a community meetup today, which I ditched to do this live streaming thing. So they are right now at a really nice castle in the middle of Germany in Hessen, and are playing their own sessions of tabletop RPGs of different kinds, probably also D&D. So next week we're going to have more of them back. Yeah, so what are we going to do today? People are going to find out what's going on in Baldur's Gate, and they know probably who's behind this, but they need to find out where those people are in the city, what exactly are they doing, and how can they get rid of them, and who's behind all of this. So the adventure module offers a very nice snippet of the city that is described in a lot of detail. So basically the players can go into any house on those streets, and I have something to work with that's in the module itself. So what you're going to see is maybe a third of what the characters could have found out about what's going on and about what kind of people are living there. And there were many different ways how they could find out what's going on and how they could find their way into the place they are seeking later on. And that is a very lovely thing. It's a nice little sandbox where you can find a lot of different ways and do a lot of different things and interact with everyone. And it was pretty easy for me to find my way around there too. Not too much time of preparation, and that's always that's the point where you know that the sandbox actually works. So this is the part where you're taking a little more time. And later on, when there's a lot more action and a lot more fighting going on, it's going to be a little more next scene, next place we're going, next dungeon I build, and everything. But now we're just enjoying going around Baldur's Gate and sniffing out the people who are trying to get a foot in and take over after what happened in the Baldur's Gate 1 PC game, where you kicked one of the evil factions out and another one is trying to move in now. So, one last thing, thanks of course to my players and my partner at Orkenspalter TV, and thanks to Arcanum Worlds for allowing us to play around with this stuff. Thanks to Beamdog, who hold the licenses for the Baldur's Gate games because they did the revamped versions and they allowed us to use assets that you're going to see in music. And talking about music, thanks to Scott Buckley, who does remixes and new versions of classic music from pop culture and from games. He allowed us to use his version of the Baldur's Gate theme. And of course, thanks to Wizards of the Coast, who offered us the chance to produce this show and show our stuff off to everyone, basically. And a big thank you to the two moderators who are in chat today. If I hadn't said yes, we're on this week because we didn't have Thanksgiving, they would have had a day off because we're the only stream today. Thank you very much for being in the chat and taking care of everything, DC Lazer and Wild Rose Mage. And now I'm going to start the pre-recorded session, and hoping you'll have fun with it. We had a lot of fun recording it. See you after this. Welcome back to our actual play of Heroes of Baldur's Gate, Black Net. And we've got the same people here, because actually we didn't really move. But what we did is we moved the two of you around.
We created the illusion of movement.
Yes, it's a completely different day and a completely different setting. But we are going to jump right back into the action at the exact same point that we left the game the last time. So you just left the Sorcerer's Sundries in Baldur's Gate, and you are still looking for clues to what is going on with some group you are just calling your friends.
Our friends.
Mm-hmm. But who call themselves the Black Network, or what is another name they might be known as?
Well, there are a couple of names, but I am probably here to investigate Zhentarim influences.
Zhentarim, yes. So you're probably very interested in what's going on.
Yes, that's the only reason why I'm still there.
Yes.
Well, that makes two of us.
Yeah.
And Julia's character is just...
I'm here because I do good.
So, once again, hi, I'm Mháire. I'm the GM. And this is Max.
Hello.
Usually when you play, you are the GM. So.
Yes, I'm not often a player, so this is actually quite a lot of fun for me to actually be able to play a character and not be all the other characters in it, which is also fun. But yeah.
Yeah. Then you're playing a halfling who's not very halfling-ish.
Well, I'm playing a halfling bard who's not very halfling bardish.
Yeah.
He's the more kind of skulking about on street corners, you know, intimidating poor folks into giving up their money type, and not so much the la-di-da dancing around and singing drinking songs kind of halfling.
Yes, you're from the bardic school.
Well, we don't actually talk about what college I'm from.
all the other colleges are ashamed to talk about you.
Not out loud.
No,
just very quietly.
I'll let them think what they want. You know,
Yeah.
I'll just let them. It's fine.
But
I
you
don't
give-
need to know.
But you give great pep talks.
Yes.
I do.
I mean,
Yes.
I do. I've already inspired my friend here, who normally seems very uninspired a lot of the time. So it's
Yeah.
quite a feat. Zan. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't use it for anything, so...
That's
Maybe it didn't take.
maybe it didn't take.
We are mixing the party, and there are going to be some original characters, and there are going to be some characters from the Baldur's Gate games, and one of them that we're going to see is Zan, played by Eric.
Aye.
And we're going to exchange a few people along the way, and then for a short time they might be an NPC, and then they're back to PC. So it's going to be a fluent situation. Well, and yes, Eric is getting into character, feeling a bit glum.
No, I'm my usual happy self, I think.
Yeah, wonderful.
Oh dear.
And then there's Julia's character, Gwyn.
Yeah, the Paladin of Helm.
Yes, and she's doing good.
Yes. And making a checklist.
Good things I have done today. So, now, where do you want to lurk? At a dark corner? Where do you want to go do good? Where do you want to go meh about everything that happens? Where are you going to go next?
Well, that was a bust. So the only other thing that's really of interest around here is the mortuary.
Well, didn't he say something about carpenters?
Yeah, he was being vague and annoying. So
Oh, I thought he was talking in code.
no, he was just being vague and annoying.
Oh, I
No,
see.
he was talking about common folk.
Well, he wasn't talking about carpenters specifically.
Oh,
It just
I
meant
see.
if there is any dark influence come over Baldur's Gate, then it is because it will more likely hit the common man
I
and
see.
the common peddler
I see.
first.
I see.
But while we're here, we could go and have a look in the mortuary and see if there's anything going on with these spiders.
Yes, of
that
course.
we heard. These
I've actually had some training with corpses.
in what manner?
I mean-
Dare I ask?
You know, healing wounds and such things.
On corpses.
On corpses.
I mean, we've been practicing. We've been learning anatomy and things like that.
Right. So you learn the anatomy through the corpses, and then you practice
Yes.
your healing magic on them.
No, that's for real people, alive people. I mean,
I think you're mixing the two things up a bit there, lass.
well, it's been mostly theoretical so far. Okay, I mean, I'm still learning.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are, love.
Yes, it's okay.
I don't
mean, I
even
haven't
know why
actually-
I'm
Well,
surprised.
look. You've done the theoretical. Now's the time
Yes.
for the practical. Okay?
Yes, if someone needs healing, I'm just saying.
I'm
I've had-
sure nobody in the mortuary needs healing, my darling.
Fair enough.
But you could come along anyway.
Yes.
It would be a good fun, a nice trip.
Yes. Fun.
I'll lead the way then, I guess.
Yes. As
Please
far as you
do.
remember, the mortuaries should be somewhere up the winding street there in the middle.
Up here or up here?
No, the first one.
Oh, this here.
The winding one. That
Okay, we will dawdle up that way.
Excuse me, I don't dawdle, I strut.
Okay, you
And I probably have a cape in my face.
No, hold on, there's our marching order.
Constantly.
I think we need
Yes.
to do a
Yes.
close-up of that.
You pass a lot of different kinds of townhouses. Some of them look far more stately and far bigger. Then one of the buildings that you pass has a sign that shows scantily clad ladies
Ooh.
and with tiny roses painted on. And then you also pass a shrine to Ilmater, to the god of suffering, which
Lovely fellow.
lovely fellow. And there's also a lovely fellow outside who is clad in rags and keeps screaming at people. No doom will come! You should all repent! Repent! All the city is going to the dogs!
Hey Zan, do you know this guy?
No, but he is right.
Good friend, what are you talking about? Is this like a priest of Ilmater? Or?
It's hard to say. His whole body is covered in scars and scabs, and he has a very wild look. One of his eyes seems bigger than the other one, and then the smaller one is kind of twitchy, and he comes to forward you. Oh, sweet lady, without belief in Ilmater, without the grace of Ilmater, you shall be doomed to all fair and will be. The Baal spawn are coming. They walk among us.
Oh,
They
goodness.
poison the hearts of our kings
Oh,
and
goodness.
dukes and lords.
Oh, that does not sound good.
Believe in the blessed suffering of Ilmater.
I mean, I do. I mean, you know, all for the gods and everything, particularly Helm.
No shield will protect you.
Oh,
No sword can smite this evil.
well,
Come, friend.
I
we,
will
all,
try.
True suffering.
we all know you are correct, and we are all for the things you say, but we are already
You
You know-
leave him behind. He keeps.
on the same road as you and
Maybe a bit
everything.
sad.
Leave that for people who
But,
Yes.
but
you can
we could talk to
persuade.
him and...
He's a very...
He's already turned around and is shouting at a woman who's just trying to get her groceries back home.
Oh dear.
Suffering! It gets a bit more quiet.
He reminds me of an aunt of mine.
You have an aunt that is a priestess of Ilmater?
No, I have an aunt that's just as loud and annoying.
Oh, I see.
I think he's probably stifling a laugh because you don't make fun of old people, but you know.
I mean, who says she's old?
True.
Then you pass a smithy on the other side of the road where you can hear the clang, clang, clang of a hammer. And then you see a rather tiny sign that says, that shows a body. It's a roughly made that it could be anyone just lying down, but Charnel House is written underneath. So this is probably the place you were looking for.
Charnel House, eh? Right.
The other buildings around it are rather foreboding, high buildings with at least 3 stories and small windows. But the mortuary is the last building on the right side of the street.
Right.
So you know
The
the
Charnel
place?
House.
Good question. I imagine I probably know of it, but I probably haven't had a reason to go in there before, I imagine.
Probably not.
Probably not, no.
You might have sent someone there.
Yeah, but, you know, it doesn't mean you go to the place itself.
Right.
So, before you go on marching in, as good as you are at marching
Yes,
in,
I'm not doing anything.
very good. We need an inn.
Keep doing that.
We need an inn. Because I don't think they'll just let us in to go and poke around some corpses if we ask nicely.
I mean, we could try and, I mean,
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's do a little test.
okay,
You go up to that door.
okay.
You knock on it. And whoever answers, you tell them, hello, I'm, say who you are, what you're doing, and what you need to look around for. We'll see, and they'll let you in. Me and Zan will stay back here. And then if you do get in, you can say, I've got some friends, they can come in too. And then we'll come in.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, you come back here.
Okay, so what you wanted to look at the bodies of people to see if they've been sucked dry by spiders, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
Be my guest.
A quest. So,
You knock.
yeah, Gwyn draws herself up, puts on her sweetest and most friendliest, dear citizen, I'm here to protect you smile, and knocks on the door.
Do you hear a woman's voice? One moment. And it's more than just one moment, but then the door opens and there's a tall, lean woman with slightly darker skin and a slightly hawkish nose. And she has her hair very tidy and up in a bun, and there's actually a scarf also wrapped around it. And she's got all her clothes are very, very clean, but they look like clothes that are used to getting very dirty. Very, very
washable.
Yes, yeah, easily washable. That's what I was looking for. And she's also wearing gloves that she's right now taking off. Hello, do you? She points up at the shield. Do you need our services?
Good day, good madam. This is Charnel House Mortuary, yes?
Yes, we care for the bodies of the dead.
Very well. I have been sent, charged by the good people at the Temple of Helm to investigate certain ongoings in this city. And
Shouldn't that be the job of the Flaming Fist?
oh yes, of course, but this is a more on the side sort of inquiry, if you know what I mean, ma'am.
Oh, well, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm afraid that's somewhat confidential at this point, but I'm sure you can perhaps assist us. I would just like to have a look at one or two of perhaps bodies of poor people that have come in, perhaps in the last few days or so. It would be very helpful to us and the Church of Helm, and we can, of course, pay you for your time as well if you must. If you would like some
Please, money.
recompense.
We're not talking about money here, please.
Very well.
But you are investigating something? Looking into something?
Yes, into perhaps suspicious deaths, I could say.
Well, speaking about suspicious, why don't you come in?
Thank you very much,
I-
ma'am, for your courtesy.
It would be nice if you weren't seen.
I have some friends with me to help with my investigation. May they come in as well? I gesture to them, two of them. The two shifty people on the other side of the road.
And they belong to the Church of Helm too?
Not directly, no, ma'am. They are with me, though.
Persuasion roll.
Not directly.
Did my little pep talk that I gave her before she went count as a bardic inspiration?
You know what? Yes.
There you go.
You have a very weird way of inspiring people.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I feel inspired and everything. Oh,
Oh, you
yes.
don't even need
I
it.
don't think I need it.
No.
That's a 24. On just my friendliness.
She sighs and that's it. Near it. Yes, come inside. Quickly.
Thank you very
quickly.
much, ma'am.
She also waves over to you.
Okay.
And
I
give
can't
you a
believe
very
that actually
smug
works.
smile.
Inside is also
I will
very-
message to Zan. My God, that actually worked. I did not think that I was going sneaking through a window,
I'm charming.
but there we go.
I am as surprised as you are.
I'll be.
I
definitely-
answer to the message. So that no one else can hear it,
Yeah.
I am as surprised as you are.
I will not admit this out loud.
You just wait. They're going to do it so often that you can tell by their faces.
Like,
Yeah.
You're speaking to each other.
you're doing a thing, aren't you?
No.
Okay. Stepping inside, you find yourself in a rather cool room. It goes down a few steps, and it's very clean. The ground is freshly mopped. I just say
Mopped.
cleaned,
Cleaned.
Scrubbed.
Freshly scrubbed. There you go.
freshly scrubbed.
That's definitely what you do in a mortuary.
Yeah,
You would
scrubbing.
scrub things.
Yes, definitely. And they have a few stone tables where you can see the outlines of corpses lying there underneath sheets. But all the soap and all the scrubbing in the world can't take the stench out of the air. It smells of death and decay, even though there are potpourris and anything, a lot of different things that are trying to find the smell. And still, this sickly and still bitterish smell.
Mm.
Oh, well, I'm guessing I would have smelled that before, though.
Yeah, you've probably
In
been
the
around
temple and stuff. Yeah.
dead people, yes.
Well, this is very nice.
Yes, it's not. Usually we don't have guests here who are
That's very clean.
alive.
Yes,
Fizim,
I suppose that's very true.
Fizim, please get some tea for our guests.
Oh,
Do
you
you have a
don't
small-
have to.
We have a small room where we can sit down.
Very well.
okay, sure.
Thank you for your
Yes.
hospitality.
Very kind.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
kindness is in short supply these days.
My name is Gwyn, by the way, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
Umara.
Oh, and these are my associates,
It's just,
Alan,
people.
and, Mr. Crookwillow, and Mr.
Just Zan is fine.
Zan. Mr. Zan.
Well, she leads you to a room, and this is much more cozy, much more homely, and it's furnished in the style of country to the south. And then another man with the same dusky skin as her comes in and actually brings fresh tea, steaming, and also the smell helps against smell helps against the stench from the main room. You are investigating something, you said.
Yes, we're looking into deaths that have occurred recently, perhaps under suspicious circumstances. I sort of keep checking with Alan
Yeah.
if I get this right.
I just kind of nod slightly and then just kind of add, yes, we heard that there have been some deaths in Baldur's case where those that have died have been drained of blood or fluid in some manner, like completely.
I understand. What you must understand is that this may not be the best part of the town where we live and work, but our clientele is from the upper city. Many of the noble houses, they send the dead to us to be embalmed. So we hardly deal with the corpses of the poor, to be honest. But sometimes we do. Sometimes we do work as charity, you would say, although many people wouldn't look at our work that way.
Not at all.
Well, regardless of whether rich or poor, have you found any bodies that match this description?
None among the rich, but I have taken care of the corpse of a young woman a week back, and what happened to her could be described as having all her fluids sucked out of her body, but not just her fluids. When I opened up her body to take care of her insides, you would say, they were mushy and half liquefied, and we had to
It's
take.
most unnatural.
There was little we could do for the body, so we tried and make her presentable, paint her face.
Is she still here, or is she
She's
already...
buried. She's already.
But they have seen a body like that, like as we.
It has happened. It's weird, strange things are happening around here.
Do you know anything else about this girl?
She was of the sassy kind, and she worked at the fest hall.
The what?
The fest hall.
The fest hall.
Fest hall.
The brothel.
Ah,
Oh,
right.
oh. Right. I think we passed that on the way.
Oh, that's the word for it. Sorry, there's a... No, come on, it's all good. Okay, well, sorry, I didn't quite catch your euphemism there. It's all good. Right. Okay.
And I do know that there have been some squabbles
Do you
among
have
the
like
people working there.
Do you have like any connections with any other mortuaries in Baldur's Gate, or are you the only one?
No, one mortuary could not serve all the citizens of Baldur's Gate who want their dead presentable.
I mean, from my
For
experience,
wake.
most of the dead in Baldur's Gate end up in alleys and gutters, then no one takes care of them. But
True, yes. But still there are enough people with the coin to want to have a presentable body
I see.
for the wake.
Do you keep records of all the bodies that you take in then?
Yes, we do. May I ask, why are you looking into this?
Well, ideally, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the city.
I mean,
at the
ideally
moment.
to stop it, honestly.
I mean, yes, to stop it, that's one thing. But there's a larger project at work that we're looking into, and we have a feeling that whatever is doing this to these people, these poor innocent people that are being sucked dry of all their fluids and having their insides liquefied, is part of some larger project, which is why it has interested the likes of the Temple of Helm, the people who I represent, and I mean, Zam represents mostly himself, but he's generally good for most
According
things.
to you.
So you think this might be connected to the people shaking down the neighborhood, asking for protection money?
Possibly.
Possibly, yes.
Well, very possibly.
Have you
Not that I would know anything about that.
have you met any of these people yourself? Or have you
Oh, we
been
pay.
felt
We
obliged?
pay.
I see. Well, that's not good.
How often do you pay?
Once a week.
When's
Once
the
a week?
When's the next payment due?
In 5 days.
How much?
Well,
It's quite
it
straightforward. isn't
depends on how much we've made, and they judge how much we've made.
I see. That is interesting.
But what about
So I
the
guess
authorities? Don't they, you
Business
know?
is blooming.
It's okay,
You make
though.
more every week.
How much was the last payment you paid them then? If you don't mind me asking.
65 gold pieces.
65 gold pieces.
60.
That is a pretty penny.
So,
As I said,
I'm professional.
our clients are from some of the richest families in the city.
Fair enough.
The thing is, they are asking for 500 gold pieces the next time they come visit.
Do you have 500 gold pieces?
I could make sure we do have 500 gold pieces, but it means selling things I am fond of, but mostly it means that we might have to shut down, or at least downsize what we are doing next door.
What are you doing next door?
We're taking care of children. We run an orphanage.
You want to shut down your orphanage? Absolutely not.
I don't want. I don't want to.
I mean, no, of course not. But
But we might have to find places for some of the young
unacceptable.
ones. We don't have a choice.
Of course.
Let's put it like this: one of our children has wandered off, and they are willing to bring him back to us for a finder's fee.
Wandered off, eh? I see.
This is just how life is in this part of Baldur's Gate these days.
Did you pay protection money to anyone else before these fellas showed up?
Oh yes, we paid the nice and very professional people from a bit farther north. The Thieves Guild's headquarters are a bit north. I think.
Okay. How much is a rate for protection money from the Thieves Guild?
Not 65 gold pieces. For someone who works with really rich people, you go like 10, 20 a week.
So yeah, 65 is already extortionate even
Yes. Is it extortion even for a professional extortionist?
for... Okay.
We wouldn't fall. Well, actually, we would.
Well,
Might you part with some information where your lost
I don't know where he is.
kid might have wandered off to?
They just gave him proof that he's with them.
Do you know anything else about these people, where they may come from in the city, or?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's rather close to where we are. They seem to know an awful lot about what is going on here in the streets.
This is outrageous. I will absolutely report this back to the temple. There must be something we can do.
No, you won't, lass.
What do you mean? What do you mean I won't?
I've got a better way of dealing with this. Now,
This kind of situation tends to get worse and worse the more you struggle.
it generally does. Now, you listen here. It is not a bad idea for you to acquire some of this wealth that you might need. However, I will say that the next time these people come knocking, we'll be around to maybe intercept them on their way here. If you see what I'm saying.
Good idea.
As long as it can't be followed back to me. The life of a child is at stake. I'm not going to risk that. I'm maybe risking it by talking to you.
Well, they don't know who we are yet. It'll be fine. It'll be
For
fine.
I mean,
yourself?
I can assure you that we will try whatever we can to ensure that your wayward child will be returned to you, into your care. But that's 5 days from now.
Who is this child? What's his name? What does he look like?
Oh, his name is Barlin. He's a human child. Rather, he's pale, fair-haired, usually very dirty. And he's got a slight lisp.
Has he now?
Well, he's a handful like most of them are, but cute. I think he might have the talent to apprentice to some of the working people. I thought about trying and talk to the smith, whether he'd take him in, get some of that nervous energy. Yes.
Right. Is there any more information you can give us about either the bodies we were after or these new people who've come into town?
I'm very distraught, just drinking my tea, just like, oh God.
How many people came to collect the money?
3.
3. All armed, I'm assuming?
Yes. 1 dwarf and 2 humans.
And who did the talking?
The dwarf.
Right. Very good.
Furious note taking.
We can be back in no less than 5 days.
I mean, we're not planning on going anywhere else anytime soon. Right.
Isn't that too late to wait this long? I mean, anything could happen.
Let's see how things go. But I think for the moment we'll take our leave. Thank you. You have been very helpful.
If you want to visit again, you best ring at the orphanage.
Good idea.
You can always pose as someone who's collected money for charity and is trying to help out, something like that.
You
It's
can
less
do that.
conspicuous.
I mean, I will probably collect some money for charity. Very good.
We are,
We should probably leave by the back way, right?
yes.
Okay. Come on then.
Very well.
The back way leads
Are you
out.
sure? You sure I shouldn't tell?
It's all good.
It leads out to the back alley, and you are, after the smell of death and decay, you're almost overwhelmed by the very alive smell of horses.
So,
Lovely.
so as my background is criminal, I have a criminal contact
Yes.
who I
You do.
can
Very
contact at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll probably do is I will write a quick note, say like with the details of about the lost child who's being held ransom, the protection money being paid by the mortuary cum orphanage to the Zhentarim, the fact that there's 500 gold during 5 days, the details about the collectors, and basically, please advise. Because I'll probably hand to the stable boy or something, who will get it to the right people.
Yes. There's There's a small sign
Yeah.
at the corner of the paper. He looks at it. Oh,
Yes.
sure thing.
You better.
Fine.
You're not getting money out of me. You're lucky I don't clip you around the ear.
What? There, behind the stable boy, you see a few heavy-set men who look over at you.
All right.
Good day to you.
Move off.
All right. Don't need any horses anyway.
Just
Carry on.
he hears one of them mumble, "Would be too small to sit on one."
How rude!
Don't start, please.
What does he have on him? What does he have on him? Is he holding anything? Like,
He's got the usual tough guy set. He's got a baton at his belt. He's got a small coin purse.
does he have like any jewelry on or something?
No, the only thing you see is the
that's
only
probably
affectation
a
is a
bad
pair of very nice spurs.
No, that's
Good
a
luck
bad idea.
stealing those.
That's a bad idea. I'm not going to do that. I was going to heat metal, but that'll probably kill him.
Probably.
Ouch!
Yeah, let's not do that.
We're on a mission.
What I will do though is I will, as I leave, I'll probably quickly message him and just go, look behind you.
He looks behind him. There's a horse.
Yeah. Yes, it's me, the horse. I'm talking to you telepathically. You got to help me.
What? Are you?
I'm trapped. Get me to a wizard. I'll reward you handsomely.
How handsomely?
500 gold pieces are yours.
Well, it's time for dinner. Lunch, food. It's time for food. I'm off.
I'm taking this horse.
Taking this horse for lunch.
He leaves the stable. He's not taking the horse,
He seems impressed.
but he whispers to the horse, "I'll be back." Yeah, that's the best use of this cantrip.
Yeah, I think that's
So far.
Yeah.
the best use. I mean,
Best use I've seen so far.
best use I've used of it.
Wonderful. I just see you snickering. What's so funny?
It probably is. Probably acting exactly how I am at the moment.
Yeah.
Good.
Lovely.
So, where do you want to go next? From the back alley, it's also pretty obvious that the next building over is an orphanage. Because there's a gaggle of kids hanging out on the porch on the backside of the building and looking at you with a
Poor-
mixture of
Poor, starving Victorian children.
no, more like they're actually well fed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how nice.
Well-fed Victorian children.
Their clothes, they could use a new set of clothes.
Okay. Well, that's a shame.
I mean, yeah. Most children in Baldur's Gate could probably use
Yes.
a set of clothes.
And
Especially-
maybe a pair of shoes that they can share among them.
Everyone gets to take 2 steps.
I might just go up to them quickly.
Hey,
Any of you know Balin?
how do you know about Balin?
I'm a very clever man.
He's very good with children.
Are
isn't
you a wizard?
Yes.
I'm not allowed to talk to wizards, and I'm not allowed to tell you my name.
Well, I don't want to know your name. I just want to know if you know this other chap called Balin.
You already know his name. What?
Yes. Did he have anywhere he liked to go, or did he just stay around here most of the time?
Well, yeah. He didn't go far usually.
Okay. Did he ever wander off anywhere by himself, or
Yes, he often did.
do you know where?
Well, he liked to hang around the Elfsong Tavern.
He did. Interesting.
I think he's got a crush.
How old is he?
Somewhere back. He's got a crush. He's 12.
And he's got a crush. On the barmaid or something there? Or...
Yes. The barmaid
she's-
seemed more like 30.
Yeah. Well, he's not bad, I suppose. All right. Okay. Thanks for the info.
Well,
Fine.
show us some wizard tricks.
I'll show you a wizard trick. How about this? And what will I do?
You surely have
That's the way into his purse.
surely have
Children.
some minor illusion.
No, I don't.
Can you turn
actually.
yourself into
I
a
don't-
What? You're a bard who can't do
No.
illusions.
No, not yet. I could disguise self. That would burn a spell slot. I might just cast sleep on all of them.
They're children. You're
That's the
already
solution to everything, isn't it? Cast sleep on them.
Well, it is when you're level 3.
Can you
No.
just use message?
No, I'll probably just, I'll message him without moving my lips and just start, telling him a story about, I don't know, a wizard who could talk without moving his mouth. But it was very important that people didn't know he could do this, otherwise they could get into trouble.
Are you hearing anything?
And I'll just look at the other children and just kind of go boo or something similar in their heads.
There's a ripple going through the children. You don't know what he's doing.
What is he doing?
I'm not sure I want to know.
He's got away with children, hasn't
He's
he?
a wizard.
And I'll message to the kid, their spokesman, their spokeschild.
Do you think he's scaring them?
I'll just say, look, you ever need anything, if there's ever any trouble around here, with nasty men, you come and let me know, okay?
Yeah, we
All
do.
right?
Yes, we're going to talk to the wizard.
Absolutely. Then I'll carry on my
Do
way.
I hear that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, Zan, I made you some new friends.
Yes.
All these children here.
Yes, I got
They
that.
all think you're a powerful wizard.
You're very good with children,
I'm very good with everybody, my dear.
I suppose.
I wonder where they got this from.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, she has glasses.
No, a monocle. You have a monocle.
I'm a paladin, I do not wear a monocle.
You're a noble.
I have 20/20 eyesight, okay?
Okay.
So, where to next?
I was gonna say, since I appropriately picked the City Watch or investigator background for Zan, that now that I know that those bad kidnapping people who extort other people for money are close by, can I make an educated guess where they would actually probably hide or have some sort of hub they operate from?
Give me an insight check.
Yes. That is a 19.
19.
Yes.
Well, you look at most of the buildings around you, and then there's a block of buildings at the end of the street, on the other side of the street from the orphanage and China House. No, this one.
Other way. Okay.
Yes, those ones. Next to the Elfsong Tavern. And the thing that's different about them is that someone has retrofitted the windows with bars. They haven't been there all the time. You can easily see that they have been installed not long ago, because there's still at some point crumpled plaster and things where people worked in them. So if you were a clandestine organization
Kidnapping children.
kidnapping children and keeping them somewhere close by, you'd probably want a building where people can't get out or can't get in anytime they want to. So this seems like a likely candidate.
Mr. Our guide to the city of Baldur's Gate.
I mean, you're pretty well versed here yourself, my friend, but yes.
What do you know of these buildings over there? And I kind of point into the
What do I know
direction
of
that
these
we
buildings?
were snooping around.
That is a good question. I feel I should roll for this. What would it be? History?
What would you
What
want?
do you exactly want to know?
Insight? No.
Well, do I know anything about these buildings that he's asked about? And I'm not
Yes, history. History is probably way. Well,
This building was
Yes.
constructed in.
Ah, yes, well.
Under the great
I've read a book about this.
architect.
17.
It looks like there used to be normal, rent places.
Rented accommodation.
Yeah.
Okay, well, from what I know, those buildings over there near the tavern were once rented accommodation. I think a friend of mine actually had a place there once, but that was a while ago.
So maybe we should covertly have a look at the new tenants. Welcome them to the city, if you like.
You know what? You're talking my language. I like that. Let's go and do that.
I'm not sure I do, but fine.
When you walk
don't.
around them, which house are you aiming for? There's 3 that belong together. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I'll let Zan lead the way, I think, because he's.
I mean, we're probably not just showing up at their doorstep and be like, hello, people.
I mean, it worked last time.
You can do that.
With a very friendly lady from who runs an orphanage. It worked, yes.
The elf... What is that larger bluish building?
That's the elf.
That's the elf
That's
song?
the elf song.
Because one of them is next to it, right? So
Yes.
if we want to do some,
Yeah, we
I
can
don't
go.
know,
Some-
having a watch or something.
I picked up from those kids that the one that went missing used to hang around there because he had a crush on someone there.
Oh, how sweet.
Well, I mean, she was way too old for him, but that's besides the
Yeah,
point. He is also 12. That kind of thing happens when you're 12 and a sap. Look,
Have
if
a
this kid
crush
hadn't
on
been
the-
hanging around there, it might not have been taken, that's all I'm saying. But if we are going to look for this child right now, then I suggest that's probably the most
Yeah.
likely place
Yes.
that he would have been taken.
Have a stakeout, which is more covert if we are just patrons of a tavern.
I mean,
Look, it's clear that
I'm
Gwyn
sorry I
doesn't
have to
really
say
like
this.
steak.
well, what?
Okay, I mean, but
You don't want to take part in the stakeout. You're
No,
not
no,
a fan
no,
of
I
steak.
mean, what?
you want to go
No.
up to the door and knock.
No. No, I
It's
mean,
because she doesn't like steak.
I don't know what you're talking about. A lot of the time I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying I'm not exactly clandestine, or, I mean, not like you two.
What do you mean? What on earth do you mean?
I mean,
I think she thinks I'm a criminal. That's
no. I never said that. I never said that. Please. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm expressing myself very badly. I mean, I don't exactly blend in, is what I'm saying. So if you're wanting to
There are
pretend that you're not watching the house, then I'm not sure I'm so good at that.
There are plenty of adventurers hanging out in the elf song.
That's a good point.
I mean, I suppose I can just sit in the tavern if that would help.
Would I know? Are there tables like near this window or something? No. Like, could she feasibly sit in a window and kind of keep an eye?
You can't remember ever sitting there, but there must be something. You think that's where the music comes from.
Ah, okay.
You can't exactly sit outside, can you? It doesn't
Beer
have,
garden.
doesn't have
The
music.
elf song beer garden.
I mean,
No, it doesn't really. It has a
we're not in gay Paris. Maybe in
There's-
Waterdeep you could eat outside.
There's stairs going up on the backside of the Elfsong Tavern, and there's something like a small terrace. For,
Oh, are there?
rather the one where you hang up your laundry
Oh,
and,
right, that kind
and
of
keep the
terrace.
stuff you don't want anyone to see. Not,
So, yeah, maybe
not a
not.
nice place to sit down.
I mean, I'll let you take the lead in that. I mean,
Well, look, I tell you what. If you're not comfortable with skulking in the shadows, keeping a watch on the house, that's fine.
I wouldn't just say it's not a question of comfortable. I'm just wearing very shiny clothes.
It's
It's
more
more-
shiny, yes.
It's more possible than comfortable.
I wonder if there's anything we can do to make you less noticeable, or anything I can do specifically.
I mean, I'm quite tall and I have very red hair.
I mean, I could disguise myself, but that doesn't really help you.
No,
And I'm very sure you actually glow in the dark, so
I do.
probably.
Do you think that comes with being a paladin? Oh, I should check.
Sure.
I mean,
I mean,
surely
yes.
you should know.
That. I suppose I hadn't noticed.
Because you're a
that.
paladin and you must have been in the dark before.
I mean, yes, but I hadn't paid attention really.
Right. I don't know, is there anything you have that might be able to help her blend in a bit? I can't really help her.
Not really, unfortunately.
I mean, what I could do is I could disguise myself as someone quite tall, and then I could stand underneath her,
Excuse me.
and then we would both be disguised by the illusion.
Wow. That's a really dumb plan.
I think technically it would work so long as we didn't.
But I
move.
suppose
There's nothing specifically against the rules, I guess.
Because I can make it all just be empty space above my head.
No.
Yeah.
I suppose her face screams Church of Helm, doesn't it?
Yes. What do you?
They do collections every once in a while.
Right. That's not a bad idea.
I can do that, yes. I mean,
They will probably not really donate anything, but that
No, but
doesn't
it'd be
matter.
well. I'll tell you what. Here's an idea. Here's an idea that everyone will like. Was everyone still in the tavern, or did she leave to go somewhere?
She left.
She left.
She left.
She left.
but she said she'd be there every day.
She did say she'd be there,
Yeah.
but she's probably not there currently.
Probably. Well, I don't know.
But I imagine we could probably trust the barmaid there.
No, she seemed okay.
Okay. Here's
I
what
mean-
we do.
She was
It's
smart
her
enough to
future
step outside
husband
of your
that's
sleep
missing?
spell.
She was, yeah. I'll tell you what. We can look after all of your swords and your weapons and your shields and things. You, in your nice normal garb with your nice little holy symbol of Helm, you just go around this area and have collections for the Church of Helm.
I can do that, yes. I mean, that is part of my duties sometimes.
You know what? You can also mention that you're collecting for an orphanage. Why not? That might, raise a few eyebrows.
Oh, that's good.
I will give the money to the orphanage afterward, though, you know that.
Yes, that's absolutely fine.
Okay,
You can do that.
very good.
And then when you get to this property, that one round the corner, and this one as well, maybe just have a look over the shoulder and have a look. But basically, busy yourself with that, and then you blend in a bit more. While he and I keep an eye on the one place there. How does that sound?
Okay, I can do that, yes.
Right. We have a plan. Now, either we can try and look after our weapons and hide them somewhere, or I don't know. We could give them to the Elfson Tavern. They're fairly. You'd rather us keep.
I'd,
an eye.
I'd rather you keep an eye on them, too.
You know what? You know what? We can do that. We can manage that.
Promise me you won't do anything to them.
What on earth could I possibly want to do to your shield and weapons?
I don't know. Don't sell them or anything.
Well, now that you mention it, no, I won't. I won't.
Do you want the wrath of Helm against you?
Not at this moment.
Good.
You're gonna help me out here, Zan.
For a second, her skin becomes the colour of her freckles.
I'm all very good not invoking the wrath of the gods, or the wrath of the gods.
idea.
It's okay. But I have absolutely no intention. You're the one that put the idea in my head in the first place, but I'm not going to do it.
No. Okay, very well. I will give him my shield and my weapon and probably my chainmail.
Yeah,
then I'll look more like a cleric, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You
Right,
Your
look after-
chainmail probably weighs as much as he does.
Yeah.
But
And just like clonk. Where are
It's
we
more
doing
like
this? In the tavern.
No, well, no, probably not in the tavern. Probably I'll find an alley somewhere.
Okay.
I know enough alleys. Yeah.
Shield.
Zan, you're gonna have to take the chainmail.
The halfling's falling over.
Ah.
So
Very
he hands
well.
it over to the half elf. With what's the strength?
I have 13 strength.
Oh yes,
He's stronger than me.
I drink a drop of alcohol and fall over, but I can hold a chainmail.
You can hold your chainmail.
So you better not nick yourself
Oh,
on the
sorry.
chainmail.
Yes, better that.
Okay, so I just have like my little
Okay,
sort of
fine.
banner thing over it, and
This plan will surely fail, but I guess it's not as likely as
Hey.
other plans to fail. So let's do this.
sort of dig in my backpack. I probably have like a little, I don't know, mess kit or something I can use as a collected
Yeah.
box. Yeah.
Right. You look after all the stuff. You go
All
around
the stuff?
collecting. Yes, because
Sure.
there's no point two of us standing in the same place watching the same thing.
Okay, I'll give you my rucksack, but I'll keep my money on me.
That's fine. And if there's any trouble, I'll keep an eye on
My
you.
mother told me never to give my money away to strangers. I mean, I do all the time,
And
but
you go around asking for people to do that very thing. How strange.
no, that's different. That's charity.
I see.
Well, look, I'll keep an eye on you
Okay.
while you're doing this,
Okay.
in case you get into any trouble.
Oh, thank you. That will be
And
good.
Zan will have an eye on the house, and I'll keep my eyes out as well.
Okay.
All right? Your bardic inspiration is probably worn off by this point too. Probably been more than 10 minutes. So I'm going to take that back.
Okay, fair
It's a
enough.
shame.
Probably not looking for any fiends, are we?
Where
you
does
don't know.
cleric
Cleric win.
want to start with the tool?
Well, I guess.
Is that a promotion or a demotion, actually?
So branching out.
Yeah.
Yes, so I guess I'm
Multitasking.
starting at the building closest to where we are at the moment and just kind of.
And would be this one?
Yeah, and I'm not going to start at that building because I'm not that dumb. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start at the neighboring building.
The one to the
So,
north
like,
or the one to the south?
this
That's the Shrine of Ilmater, you realise very quickly.
Right, yeah, not going there. No. Not going there. Opposite building.
Opposite building.
It's just like, oh no.
That's the blacksmith.
Okay, then yeah, I will probably start there.
So I'm going to disguise myself as
Oh, great.
an... What's a good thing to disguise yourself as? I will disguise myself as an old woman,
Oh, okay.
and I will just kind of wander around like I've sort of not got anywhere to go, maybe just kind of shopping or something. But I'll because that gives me a chance so I can move slowly. But then I can also kind of keep an eye on her and.
I mean, it's not a bad idea actually. An excuse to move slowly.
Yeah, like move slowly and kind of talk to people and go. Oh,
You're having a nice day, dear.
but really mumble it because obviously the voice is coming from like 3 foot down.
Oh, you're not a halfling old woman, but a regular.
No, I'm a
woman.
regular old woman. I'm a human old woman.
Oh right, okay.
There's just space in the illusion above. me.
Right, I see.
Yes,
Oh,
it's a hollow woman.
That's so nice. Oh, yes. Oh.
Do I know it's Alan? Like, can I tell?
No, you don't.
I've no idea. It's just this nice old lady. I'll probably ask you for money at some point.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't have anything on me, darling.
What does Zen do?
The plan was that I keep track of all her stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I probably want to be. You wanted to point to an alley.
There was
Yeah,
No, an alley.
So what I think before she went and started collecting, we would go and find an alley near the house we think it is, where he can keep an eye on it, look after her stuff, and I'll keep an eye on her and follow her around.
Okay,
So I will do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, very
And I message you with the message cantrip.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it?
And
I feel left out.
we can stay in touch like this, I suppose.
Fortunately, not a paladin spell.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think as long as we're within 120 feet, which I think is.
You guys
Oh,
are
you're
loving
right.
this.
120 feet.
Nope.
I mean, that's the sky.
Well, then-
so
Yeah,
that's
that's
about
100
100 feet. So once we get to about here, then
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
then you
Yeah.
definitely can.
Yeah.
But
But at the
down
moment,
at the
no.
smithy, no.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Shield says Runda's smithy. And when you get in there, there's the ting, 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 from someone working back in the shop where there's actually the anvil and everything. But in front there's a counter and there's weapons and plate mail and things like that. And then 2 soldiers who are poking through what's on sale. And there's a very nervous-looking gnome who's talking to them and offering different kinds of weapons. Yes, this is...
Sorry.
Yeah. No, this is all new material, nothing from the Iron Crisis. Everything is really, really good. No, none of the brittle stuff. And, hello.
I previously put a few coppers in my tin because I've seen the collection people do that, so that it doesn't seem like no one's giving any money. You know, it's a tricky
Actually
line.
smart.
It's a
Yeah,
tricky
actually
line of the
smart.
temple.
He sees you, sees you get up, sees the cup you're holding, and I'm so busy at the
Hello,
moment.
good sir.
I'm yes, Lick.
I'm giving like the most charming, disarming smile I can muster.
From the back comes a dwarf, very stout, even for a dwarf, stout dwarf with the broad shoulders of a blacksmith.
Hello, good sir. I am here for the Church of Helm today, my
I
good
see.
friend. And have you had Helm's protection in the past? I'm sure you have.
It's a matter of perspective.
Well, everyone deserves Helm's protection, don't you think? I'm sure you do. I'm collecting some money for the poor orphans in this town that my temple is trying to support. Do you think you could maybe spare a few copper?
Taking care of dwarven orphans too?
Yes, of course, all the children are,
Runda, I'm taking care of this.
Thank you so much, sir. I mean, I know this is, there's been a terrible... It's been a tough time recently, we know that, but we still need to take care of our children, don't we?
Those of us who still have a home, a roof above our head, yes, we can take in children if you have the money.
Yes, we are very fortunate to still have a...
Which orphanage are you working for?
Oh, I mean, we split the money between several orphanages, but I believe there's one around the corner,
And
isn't there?
you're not keeping a cut, huh?
No, of course not. We have all the money we need. I mean, I am well fed and we are well taken care of at the temple. We do not need to take a cut.
Good. Well,
Do you know the orphanage around here?
I do know that there's an orphanage down the street, yes.
How nice.
Well, there you go, and he drops 5 copper pieces in.
Where is the button for personal coin purse?
No, I'm writing it down separately.
Fine.
Okay.
You
Thank so much,
just
sir.
you just take care whom you're gonna ask here.
Oh, what do you mean? Do I need to be wary of certain houses? I'm afraid I'm new in town. I could do with perhaps a little bit
Just you.
bit of pointer.
Better don't go up the street.
Up the street, why not? What's there?
Keep to the houses down here near the market.
Do you mind telling me why? I mean, I promise I'm very discreet.
There's some people who wouldn't mind breaking a few bones just to make you go away.
Oh dear. I mean, I can take care of myself, but thank you so much. You've met with some of these people? Have you been unfortunate enough to...
Oh, I have been unfortunate to have met several people of this kind, yes.
I see. I hope you haven't been injured in any way, or what do they want? I mean, you're an honourable worker.
I am one of the last of Clan Orothia, and often enough people are interested in the mines that my clan left behind. It's a... you do know what happened in Baldur's Gate not long ago? The Iron Crisis?
I think the temple people would have probably filled me in.
Yes.
The basics.
Let's put it like this. Some people were very interested in where these mines were.
Mm. Oh, and you know where they are?
I do.
Ah, I see. Oh, well then I understand why you must be wary of strangers.
Well...
Oh, don't worry, I have no interest. I'm just grateful for the information you gave me.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, my lady. And
I will.
Good luck with the collection.
Thank you very much.
We can eat a bit more good in this world.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah, thank you.
At this point, an old woman comes up.
Yeah.
Have you listened to this?
Yeah, I assume
Old
so.
woman comes into the blacksmith.
Hello! Do you sell spoons?
Sorry.
There's a very hassled-looking gnome behind the counter. No, we don't.
No, never mind then.
Excuse me. He says to the soldier, such weird folk coming in today.
I just realised, I think with disguised self, I can make my lips move. So I can
Yeah, I think so,
make
yeah.
it match my speech, even if
Yeah,
the sound
but for
is
some
coming
reason
from
the sound is coming from somewhere near the belly button.
Her stomach.
Wait a minute. Insight check. Natural one.
What a strange old woman! What a nice old woman with a natural one.
What a nice old lady. How
She's
normal.
looking for spoons.
Completely not suspicious.
Do you have any?
Me?
Spoons, yes.
You have your personal spoon with your
I have
meth
a
kit.
personal spoon, yes.
And there was this nice old lady who was looking for spoons.
I mean, I'm not giving her my spoon. I mean, there's charity, and then there's, you know,
And then there's
stupidity.
spoons. Fine. Where are you going to go next?
Life in the time of spoons.
I mean, we don't have to. We probably don't have to play out every single encounter, I guess. But I will, like, just now, I'll probably try and, without coming across as too suspicious, try and keep an ear open for people's troubles. A bit like to find out where anyone else has, you know, seen people come asking for money, or people threatening to break bones, or things like that. And
Abducting children.
children, that sort of thing.
So,
And, yeah.
in the street you are in, where also the charnel house and the orphanage are, and where...
Yeah, he said up the street,
yeah.
be careful, yeah.
And where there's the Shrine of Ilmata,
Yeah,
probably
shouty.
not going there.
Shouty man.
Then on the same side of the street as the Shrine of Ilmata, there's, which is not really a house, it's more of a mansion.
Actually fit
Really,
under my coat.
really big, but the garden's gone a bit to seed, and it's all the doors are locked.
That's one of the...
No,
No,
that's-
it's this one.
So it's this one, but that's nothing to do with these three.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with...
These are the bad ones.
Okay.
And it takes some time, but then knocking at the mansion, the door opens, and there's a very scruffy-looking person in a leather jerkin that doesn't look like someone who should be living in a mansion.
Yeah. Oh,
Go away.
I will, sir. I'm collecting some money for the orphanages here in Baldur's Gate. Do you think perhaps...
He closes the door.
How rude. Did I get a look in the door?
Well, it's actually a fine house. Just
Doesn't look like he
No.
should have been in there.
no.
I knock on the door again.
What?
Excuse me, sir, but is the master or the mistress of this house at home? I'd like
Asleep.
to- Right.
And suddenly
She has glasses.
suddenly the glasses are back.
Maybe
Can you
next time we
cast
should
any
wear-
kind of illusion spell that can give you glasses?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm not into
Sorry.
illusions, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Helm.
Yes,
Honest.
yes, I realize.
Maybe
My
next
mistake.
time you should wear contacts. Then you could do something else.
It's compulsive though. Once you wear glasses, I always do this. If I wear contact lenses, I just push my finger in my face. Have you not noticed this? Yes.
No, I haven't.
Okay. I mean, I think, seeing as I'm impersonating a cleric who's collecting money, I'll probably like be a bit rude and like sort of, you know, like just kind of step just forward enough so that my foot is just in the door so it doesn't close, and be super friendly about it though. So like, excuse me, I'm sorry, but it seems very strange. It's
Hey, what
the
are
middle
you
of the
doing?
day, and I mean, perhaps you could spare a few coppers. It's just for the orphanages, sir. I don't mean any trouble, but really, all the poor children.
I don't care about your poor children. People shouldn't have them if they're too poor.
You know, you're a very rude servant to these people. Are you sure that your master and mistress are asleep?
My master is asleep, yes. He works nights.
I see.
At this point, no.
Comes shuffling
No,
up.
not the old woman with the...
Zad is standing somewhere in the alleyway.
What's going on?
I'm keeping a watch on the other house and see if anything happens.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, madam. Is there a problem here?
Oh, it's you again. No, I'm just collecting some money for the orphanages.
Oh, it's very kind. If you could just go for a minute, I'll talk to this young gentleman and see if I can't persuade him to your point of view.
What?
What?
No one's doing any talking here anymore. And he tries to close the door again. Do you want
My
to...
foot is in the door. I am very strong. I have also probably got some proper boots on.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
they're
like-
not very...
Not exactly. Yeah.
I'm just taking care of your chainmail, not the rest of your equipment.
leave
You
my
probably
boots behind.
still have.
What do you want?
Can I look past him into the house?
Mm-hmm.
Does anything look off or out of the ordinary? I mean, if this is a nice like manor house or something, this is a bit strange. Does anything look like it's been turned over or like?
No, nothing shattered. No
Okay.
carpets disturbed. Nothing.
Could you pass me Xanathars guide for a minute?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Because I need to figure out exactly how this works.
I mean, honestly, unless I want to use violence, then there's nothing I can do. Then I'll probably just say, well, if you can find it in the goodness of your heart to support the orphanages, then you know where to find the next.
Will you shut up and leave if I do?
Very well, sir.
He puts a copper coin.
Oh, thank you very much.
Question. So I have this ability called Words of Terror.
Yeah.
If I speak to a humanoid alone for at least 1 minute, I can attempt to seed paranoia in its mind, and then stuff happens. Could I do that via the message cantrip? So I can have a conversation with him in his mind.
Oh God! This sounds a bit like can I use my mage hand to do touch spells, which you can if you're a gnome or you have a very lenient GM. And I'm a very lenient GM.
Technically,
because it's a
I tried
conversation.
to disarm a trap with my mage hand, so it's not the same thing. But
I mean, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But it's the thing of I have to talk to them alone for some reason.
I mean, I would have to leave, and I'm going to leave now. So.
Okay, well then, if you leave, then I'll let you leave.
She gets a copper coin. Six
copper coins.
Then
rattles.
let me just check how long disguise self lasts, because
Suddenly, the old lady shrinks a bit.
It lasts for an hour.
it would help with the paranoia, though.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I mean,
I assume it's doing okay, but I will knock on the door now.
It opens almost immediately. Now what?
Hello.
Are you also collecting for the orphanage?
No.
So I'm going to start talking to him, and I will then drop the voice and start speaking in my normal voice.
What the?
Now you listen here, Sonny Jim. You're going to tell me exactly what is going on in this house, because I've been watching this for quite a while, and I can see that there is something not right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to let me and my nice friend in, and there's going to be absolutely no problems at all. And I would like him to make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, he's terrified of me.
I'm terrified of you.
Is a 16 enough?
Yes. However, he has absolutely no indication that I tried to do this on him. So it's not like he becomes
Not like
hostile.
Charles.
He just knows that you tried to talk him into letting him inside.
Yeah.
Into letting you inside.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surely not going to let that broad back in. And no, go away.
All right.
Did I hear him change the voice? I mean, I walked away, but
Big perception check, I guess.
Yes.
yeah.
I wasn't exactly yelling, but
Yeah, I mean, I probably wasn't.
no.
No.
Is that one again?
No.
There's a 2
Oh, fine.
plus 0.
it's twice as good as a 1.
That's
Yeah.
true.
No, I'm just carrying on. I just thought weird old woman.
Okay.
Well, but something's certainly not
Something's not right
Yeah.
there.
entirely normal about the place.
May I draw an X there?
Yes, you can draw next
I
there.
will draw an X there because there's something not right about that place.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll carry on to the next house, I guess.
Yeah.
Until I make my way to.
I'm still looking
Oh,
shifty
the next
and
the next house is already
I'm sorry, I
one
don't
of
want to
them that you
completely-
No, it's
suspect
fine.
to maybe Zhentarim houses.
That's one of the next ones. Okay, then I will knock there. Maybe I could skip a house as well. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Get stand right in front of the door and be like, oh no, I'm not supposed to knock here, and then go to the next entrance, which is the same house.
You knock,
Yeah.
and the door. There's a slit in the door that opens very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Who there?
Hello, good sir. I am collecting some money today for the Church of Helm. We are helping the orphanages here in Baldur's Gate. Do you think perhaps you could spare a moment?
No.
I mean,
Go
it's
somewhere
for
else.
the children, sir.
I don't have children.
I can't see anything.
There's another. There's another voice. I don't even like children.
I mean, you don't have to like the children to help them. It's just for a good cause, sir. We're just going around and sort of... Can't you open the door for a moment, sir? This is a bit strange. Talking to you like this.
I don't care whether you think this is strange. Go away. Obnoxious cleric.
How can I don't know. I'm trying to think, how can I persuade them? But there's nothing I could say. I mean...
Please.
You can offer them that you leave if they pay something.
pay me a gold and I'll go away.
I suppose, but it worked with the last guy. I mean, sir, just a copper piece, and then I'll go away. I'll never bother you again. I mean, just for a second, please. Just open the door and let's have a face-to-face talk. And, I mean, perhaps, Helm can protect you too the next time you need protection. I'm grasping at straws here.
Someone's laughing inside, but you can make a persuasion roll.
Very bad persuasion roll. Oh my god. 22. Maybe I'm just doing puppy dog eyes. It's like...
One of the voices say, "Mister, your voice sounds lovely. I wonder what she looks like. Open the door."
Just batting my eyelashes at this
They
thing.
open the door and there's two human males looking at you.
Hi.
Yeah. Both a bit unkempt, but their weapon belts look very well cared for.
Oh, I see. I'm just being super sweet about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of
thank
them
you.
looks you
That's so nice.
up or down. Wow, that's something I'd pay a copper piece for.
Sir, I mean, for the children.
Yeah, sure, for the children.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to move to the other end of the street, to roughly about 120 feet away from Stan.
That's oddly specific.
While she
Just keeping an eye on
is
things.
flirting her way inside the door, you have been watching the building at
Yes.
this corner,
How good was
street
she be
corner.
flirting? I mean, she's got 16 charisma.
And you see the door opening, and there seem to be a lot of locks involved. And then a group of 4 men come out, and all of them wear suspicious dark cloaks.
Of course.
See,
It's
Can't
my
hardly see
friend,
their
suspicious
faces.
dark cloak.
It's like a uniform.
Yeah.
That is a uniform.
and there's a short exchange of words, and then 2 of them go north, 2 of them go south. While they move, you can see that they're wearing weapons under the cloaks, and also leather armor.
Sorry, there's a fly.
I can't see him, so he has to initiate messaging, so I know he is within range. So if I want to get word out.
Oh, you don't have the message cantrip.
I do have that, but I don't know if... Well,
Yeah.
I can...
You could
Can
try.
I just cast?
You could just
and
keep
see-
trying.
You do have to see the other person.
You point your finger toward a creature within range. Doesn't say you have to see them.
Ding!
That is true.
So you could
Yeah.
just you can cast a
suppose.
spell through solid you can cast a spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Good.
Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of combat, or thin sheets of lead. It doesn't have to
Inch of
follow.
stone.
It doesn't have to follow a straight line, so he could
Go
make
around
it go
the
around
stone.
the streets.
It says it can
Yeah.
travel freely around corners or through openings.
Yeah.
Good. So you're pointing
Roughly.
where you think
Yeah.
they should be. Good. Connection established. Deet, deet.
I got you at last. The reception out here is terrible.
Yes, quite. I just saw 4.
And by reception, I mean the welcome we've been getting at all these houses.
I can imagine.
Obviously.
I can imagine, but I just saw 4 cloaked figures exit the house and patrolling the streets. 2 are going north, 2 are going south.
Towards us?
Well, one group is.
Right.
No, actually, none of them are really
Oh,
going
Okay,
towards
they're
they're
both.
going-
Oh,
one,
okay.
one this way and one that
Oh,
way.
okay, right.
No, not particularly towards you, but should still be careful.
Right. Do you reckon maybe we should drop the whole money collecting thing and try and get on in there? Or
There are a lot of locks and a lot of guards involved. I mean,
that's never stopped me before.
fine.
I mean, it's your call, Zan. You're the one there. Otherwise, we can carry on with the charade and see if we find out anything else useful.
No, I think you can carry on for now. Just be careful.
All right.
You're just standing there casting message.
Yeah, over and over. I'm looking shifty in an alleyway.
There's an old woman pointing.
Pointing at the houses.
Well, no, I'm pointing. The old woman isn't.
Ah,
Oh,
Clever.
Yeah.
In the illusion.
that's very good.
there's finger coming out of her shin.
For anyone who's looking to this.
Is that the finger? I know. Had it since I was a girl.
It's a bone spur.
It hurts like hell though.
Oh dear.
Good. The next house.
Oh, actually,
Yes.
I thought maybe I could distract them a little bit.
Ah, yeah.
And
Right. You're still talking to the.
seeing
two
as they did
ruffians.
actually open the door, which I did not expect to happen, and seeing as, well, he seemed very obviously appreciative. So I'm probably going to try and play into that a little bit. something, something along the lines of like, as he gives me the money, I'm like, have I seen you around somewhere? I mean, surely, maybe you were at the tavern or something. I may have seen you before.
Well, I've been known to drink an ale from time to time.
Maybe I'll see you at the tavern, sometime.
You, the clerics of Hum, hanging out at the tavern.
Oh, for collection and we're not entirely without fun, excuse you.
Are you?
I mean, we do get time off.
So, if you'd like to have a good time, we could, maybe.
Okay, now she's like panicking. Didn't think this would work.
I'm watching, just looking at Zan going, yeah, she's flirting with the guys at the door. I think she's completely out of her depth.
She is doing what exactly?
I mean, she's not doing bad, but, prepare for insertion.
Oh dear.
I mean, by which I mean you coming here to help out.
Yes, I got that point. Make sure she does.
I wish I had a way to tell you, that would be a good time to just go into the house or something, but...
I mean, I guess I could talk to you. I could message you
You
going,
could probably message me.
everything all right?
You're all right.
Yes, just nothing.
Are you cold? He lifts a hand to rub your shoulder.
Yes, it's a little bit cold. And I try to parallel coordinate in my head an answer, which is something along the lines of, I've caused a distraction, I think. Is that useful or can I leave?
Okay.
The smile is slowly freezing because I don't know how to get out of this situation. I thought this was a good plan, but this wasn't very well thought out.
Look, if you're uncomfortable, then get out of there. Or do you want me and Zan to come in? But Zan's quite far away, just so you know.
Okay, I'm gonna try and... Okay, the last thing I would probably maybe make of this is, when are you getting out? Do you work here?
Oh yes, we're regarding regarding people here. Yes.
Oh, that sounds very important. Important people. Any celebrities?
No.
Well, when do you think you'll be, getting off work then?
No. Yeah. 4 more hours, and then I've got my free time.
Oh, very well. Maybe I'll see you around then, and then I'll sort of slowly extricate myself from his hand.
See you then. Oh, here's your copper piece.
Oh, thank you.
Plus the ones you put in.
Oh yeah, I've got some previous, yeah. Okay, thank you, yes, goodbye. Yeah, I try to kind of memorize what they look like,
Yeah.
I guess.
So I'll
Sweating.
I'll message you again. You okay?
It's all fine.
Do you want to carry on with this?
I guess I'll step aside, like just breathe for a moment, just like, okay, you can do this. This was very good.
Incidentally, Zan's seen some suspicious-looking folk coming out of the house he's watching. 4 guys in black cloaks. They've gone, though.
Okay, well, these guys said they were guarding something, and so I'm trying to message you back.
Yeah.
They said they were guarding people.
People?
Yes, he said he's getting off work in 4 hours.
Right. Okay.
Maybe they have like a change of a guard or something?
Change of schedule, yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty common.
Okay, yes. I'll carry on then, or do you want me to stop?
I'd say it's worth trying the other house, but I think it's not really worth doing on the house that Zan's watching.
Okay.
See what you can find out at the next door, and then I say we make a move.
Okay.
The next door,
What's wrong with feeling?
you realise
Can I just say, there's like probably there's some guy walking down the street, and you hear I go, incidentally, I'm the guy walking next to you right now.
Oh God, don't do that.
I'm still the old woman.
I'm just looking at this man like, Alan, you really should do this.
What? How do you know my name is Ellen?
What? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Do I know you?
I'm thinking very, like, Alan. No, yes. I'm looking around, I'm really flustered.
Just leave it, girl.
You know, one of them.
I hate you.
He moves across the street.
I'm just
Away
thinking
from
back,
you.
I was like, I hate you.
The next door over, you realise is
Goodness.
it couldn't be opened even if you charm someone into doing it, because it's barred. It's from both sides. You think you can look through the slats, and someone's put a lot of wooden slats from the outside, bolts. So that one's not going to move.
Okay.
If you step back, you realize that from the inside, all of the windows are barred too.
Okay, so it all belongs to the same house where I was just at.
It's the next house, but they
connect.
They connect. They have a connecting wall.
Okay, well.
I'll try to message Gwyn and just ask, are you alive?
Yes. Yes, I'm alive. Why? I'm fine.
I heard,
Alan's messing with me.
Yes, I heard Alan say that you were trying to flirt, and I was
What do you mean trying to? I was succeeding.
very well. I was just
I will
making
have you know
sure.
that I have a date with the crook tonight. I'm
Well,
weirdly proud of this.
we could actually exchange experiences then, but I'll leave it at
What?
that.
So what do you want to do next?
Secretly
offer-
questioning my life choices and hanging
the-
with these guys.
The last thing I'll tell you is, don't offer too much.
I'm standing in the middle of the road.
Zanj is going really weird.
Going
What are you
red
telling
in
her?
the face.
Oh, nothing.
Very flustered, shoving the 7 copper pieces in my pocket.
I'm sorry, message is a cantrip that needs to be used far more often.
Just gonna.
I realize now just how powerful that is to mess with people and the GM.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go back straight to where Zan is, because I've had enough of this.
Yes.
It's quite enough of one day.
The moment she walks past the old woman, I'm going to drop the disguise. Hello.
Goodness, Alan, you really shouldn't do that to people. I could have killed you with my bare hands, you know.
I'm sure you could have, Lassie, and I'm very glad you didn't. Now, come on. Let's get back to Zan, eh?
Honestly, you really shouldn't do that.
But, my dear, it's so much fun. And you've got to have some fun sometimes.
Yes, but not at the expense of other people. But you see, I'm secretly smirking. It's quite funny.
So
I
you
offer
meet
you
up
Very
with
red in the
Zan.
face.
who stands there with just a chainmail over his arms, shield leaning against him, and a sword.
A very scruffy-looking alley cat has decided that you're a nice place to rub against.
I have made new friends.
Oh.
Would you please take your stuff?
I'm taking
Thank
the
you.
cat.
I drop the armor.
It's very well cared for. I drop the cat.
Meow.
Yes, Oh, very funny.
Very deep-voiced cat.
Yes. Meow.
It's an alley cat.
It's an alley cat. It's a Baldur's Gate cat. They
Oh,
always
yeah.
sound like that.
I will have you know, I've got 7 copper pieces for the orphanage. So there. And I'm putting back on my chainmail, just stuffing everything where it needs to go. And yeah. How do I look? This is all in place. Is all straight. The symbol of helmet and everything.
You look like you would glow in the dark.
I'll have to try that.
Possibly the straightest thing I've ever seen.
Thank you.
And that's coming from a crook, Willow.
Very funny.
So, what's our next move? You've seen fellows coming out of the house.
Yes, 4 of them, patrolling in groups of 2.
Patrolling, you say?
Well, they left the house, 1 to the north, 1 to the south. They could be collecting.
So now might be a good time to go in. On the other hand, you've got a date in a couple of hours.
Well,
So they have a shift change then.
In 4 hours.
Oh, that's...
But we also know that 4 of them are gone from that house currently. The second house we saw had a barred door and windows. I imagine that is where, if they are keeping anyone, it's probably there.
Okay.
they did say they were guarding people, so
And if all these houses are in the same terrace, it could be that they've knocked a wall through or something, or they're connected somehow.
they weren't exactly being subtle either.
Well, you were kind of distracted them very... I must say you did do a very good job.
Really?
Yes, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Alan.
I couldn't have done better myself. In fact, I probably couldn't have. Well done.
Well,
yeah,
nice disguise, by the way.
Ah, you're welcome. Also, there's this weird mansion just down the road between the temple with the shouty man and the terrace. And they were very suspicious as well. I'm not sure if it was, our friends suspicious or just...
It was a bit strange. It was a very nice house and a very scruffy man opening the door.
So probably our friends.
Didn't
suspicious.
seem like he should be in there.
Maybe, but I guess we'll have to see.
Some of them are in there for the money.
During the day?
So, do you want to wait the 4 hours until shift change, or what's your plan?
What's our plan? What do you think, Zan? What does Zan think we should do? You've got to refer to in the third person.
Well, I mean, we are going to fail anyway.
Well,
So we might as well expedite the process, right?
I see.
You have an interesting way of looking at things.
There are a lot of locks on the door on my side. Might mean that there are less guards, but I don't know. I couldn't really peek inside.
Alternatively, we could let Gwyn here have her date with this fellow.
I mean, I wasn't really planning on taking him up on it. I said maybe. I wasn't lying.
Yes, but it will be a good chance to find out some information. We could get him drunk, find out what we can, leave him tied up in an alley so you don't have to worry about him, and then...
But that's not very straightforward, is it? I mean, this was already pushing it for me, to be honest.
Well, the thing is, we're not dealing with very straightforward people, my darling. I'm afraid that's a factor of life.
One shouldn't let the enemy dictate the terms of the engagement.
No, but all the enemies that you're going to face aren't going to march up to you on a battlefield and go, "Here, kill me, I'm evil." That's not how it works here in the city. You have to be, set a thief to catch a thief. That's what we don't say.
Sure. I would rather we move now than wait around.
But you're going to fail anyway, aren't you? Says someone at the
I thought it was
mouth
the
of
cat
alley.
for a moment.
There's a dwarf standing there, leaning on an axe, in
Oh, okay. Who that?
a black armor.
Is it the smith? No.
No, it's not the
Shame.
smith. Someone's been poking their noses in things they shouldn't have.
Oh, the lady said the dwarf and humans.
Well,
So, we're going to teach you a lesson. You're not going to learn from it, sadly, because you're going to be dead. But then, maybe the next person will learn something from this.
I cast heat metal on his axe.
Okay.
I'm not letting him finish a sentence.
Oh, you're that player.
That kind of player.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If someone says, "Yeah, we're going to beat you up," I'm not going to let him finish talking.
Man, there's so many interesting things I
I'm
can
so
do
glad
to that
finally a
dwarf.
straightforward fight.
Okay. Ali.
Can I just say,
Oh,
as he says that, and as you turn to this guy to cast your spell, and you said, they're not going to come at you straightforward and say, "Here, I'm evil, I'm going to kill you."
And then
I'm going to look at you and say, "Well, sometimes they do," and just,
so
seems
how
very
long
straightforward
did
to
that
me.
whole skit take about? I'm just asking because
For a
if...
friend.
asking for mage armor purposes.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
guessing.
Because if it's more than 8 hours, I will probably have refreshed my mage armor at some
Well,
point.
it's all still the same day, I think.
Still the
It's
same day.
still the same day,
Okay.
yes.
And the question would be, how many spell slots do I have left now? Because how often do
Well,
I
you
need to...
could have transed while standing there. Yes. So, this is the back alley, and here's the dwarf who just showed up. And there's someone backing him up who's following. Of course. And would you please tell me what your passive perception is?
11.
10.
13.
Good. You notice nothing else?
Oh, that's good then.
Yes. That's not going to be a problem later on.
So there's no way there is anything else here.
No.
Because
Now,
else we would have noticed, right?
let's
Absolutely.
let's go to initiative
Just
order.
one dwarf. So do you cast heat metal for that, or do we just roll initiative?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
We're going to cast initiative, and then you can go heat metal.
Then I can heat the metal.
Okay,
Yes.
very well.
Good.
Okay,
So,
right.
oh yeah, and around you, no one seems to notice that there's that there's probably a fight going on soon. People go about their daily business. You even see people passing along the mouth of the alley. They look inside and then they go faster. You still can hear the people working in workshops around you. Somewhere there must be a carpenter. He's going talk, talk, talk. So.
Get a real sense of that here. Very real.
Very real atmosphere.
Yeah.
Good. It'll just so. Where are you? Initiative order-wise.
12.
9.
12. What is your dexterity bonus?
+3.
+3. Mm-hmm.
9.
9 for Gwyn.
I'm still just half getting dressed. Just finished.
16.
16.
Did a lot better this time. Didn't roll a 1.
Yes. It's good to have some places to go still. And, well, the only people faster than you are 2 massive skulking humanoids dropping down from the roof behind you.
Ah!
Oh, that's fun.
They seem to be very good at snaking.
Humanoids, you say?
Humanoids.
Well,
Humanoids.
they're humanoid.
That is good. That is
Yes.
Can it...
They're heavy set and have a brownish fur and a strong jaw, tiny eyes and big ears. So maybe I've seen them before, but you certainly know them and you do bugbears.
Oh.
Nasty,
Probably right
nasty
about them.
fighters.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Ah!
So,
That's not good.
what do you want to do? Well, the bugbears have acted first. They climb down and drop down behind you, and then they're both
Raise my shield.
showing the teeth, hissing at you.
Ah!
Whose turn is it?
Now it's Alan's turn.
Oh, okay. I said I cast heat metal on his axe, so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when I cast the spell.
2d8.
Mm-hmm.
Will you roll them for me?
Not bad.
I will roll them. And then he has to make a Constitution saving throw. I'll just throw my dice on the floor. He has to make a Constitution saving throw, otherwise he has to drop the object.
nice.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
That's 15 fire damage.
15!
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to mess with this halfling.
No.
Yeah, he has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Against?
13.
Well, he goes, why, what? You sneaky bugger!
If he doesn't drop the object, he has
He doesn't.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
Good to know.
As a bonus action,
Yes.
I will say,
Advantage.
"It's all right, girl. You've got this." Bardic inspiration.
The pep talk master.
Yeah, that is basically how I do my. I just say, "You got this." That's how I do it.
Zan is next.
Oh, okay. So I will use my bonus action first to start, like, just a low hum, which reverberates in the moonblade, actually, and I will use my blade song feature to gain even more AC, which is really ridiculous, which gives me a +3 bonus to AC. I am now faster, and I have a bonus to my Constitution saving throws,
blimey.
concentration checks. Sorry. So that's my bonus action.
Wow.
As my action, I will... Now the bugbears have dropped, right?
Yes.
So I can turn... That's kind of sad because I get advantage on the throw, on the saving throw. But I will still... They are humanoid, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can charm person a bugbear.
Yeah,
They are
unless they're monstrosities.
They are-
persons.
Good. Just checking. So I will then turn around the closest bugbear to me and be like, "You really don't want to do this." And what does it actually have to do? Oh, it doesn't. I just have to talk to him and make some arcane gestures, and he has to do a wisdom saving throw. But as we are in a fight, he gets advantage, unfortunately.
Okay, against?
13.
Oh yes, what to do this? Hack, hack, cleave, cleave.
Well, I tried, I guess.
Nice try.
Yeah, and that's my turn, unfortunately. I could move, but where?
I mean, give us
Yeah,
a
it kind of
clue.
doesn't really matter.
The dwarf moves towards the sneaky bugger and swings the axe. He does have disadvantage.
He does.
Damn, I'm not next to you.
No, never mind. Happens.
What's your AC here? 14.
14.
What's yours? Well, high.
20.
Okay.
The lower one
Before
is
shield.
17.
No, that will hit.
That will hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
You're telling me.
That's 10 hit points.
Yeah. Fine.
Ooh, that would down me. That's not good.
Oh my god.
But you have a much better
But
AC
you've got a better
Yes.
AC.
at the moment.
Currently. Okay.
Yes.
That's good. That's all fine.
Gwyn,
Seeing that someone's hacking at Alan, poor small defenseless halfling with an axe, I'm gonna roll around again. So you just said, "You got this!" Just got hit by an axe. I'm gonna use my bonus action, Shield of Faith, on the halfling, on Alan. So I'm just gonna hold my shield up high. Helm protect you! And a shimmering field appears and surrounds you, and you get a +2 to AC for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes. Concentration though, so
Okay.
I'll
so
keep that
you-
in mind.
Okay.
yes.
And then I will turn back and charge this bugbear.
Come.
Down with you, evil monster! And
Ooh, I need to make a concentration check. I just remembered.
You
Because
do?
he messes with concentration.
oh,
Oh.
and it took damage, yeah.
But I think... No, that's a fail because that's a 9. Yeah, so heat metal goes.
Ba-dum.
Oh boy.
Shame.
Yes.
Yeah,
But it would
sure.
only have lasted until your next action anyway. Right.
Yes, but I could, as a bonus action, make the damage
Renew
happen
it.
again.
Oh, okay.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that would have been quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna attack the bugbear with my longsword. That's 22 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
5 slashing damage.
Don't forget you have your bardic inspiration die.
Yes, I do, but I hit.
yeah, you generally.
I can't use it for damage, can I?
No, not yet. Well,
You move in with a simple but clean strike and actually get him across one of his biceps and shoulder.
Yeah,
The second
that's
dwarf. I'm coming, boss.
it. Ah, there's more of them.
And he hacks at Zan.
Oh no.
Yes, that's not a hit. What's your AC again right now?
Currently 20.
Yeah, that's not
Nice.
a hit. Well, the axe comes down and it just glides away to the side as it hits some invisible shimmering armor around you. Your blade in your hand goes. Good. The bugbears. The bugbears will bug you.
they will also bear you.
At the same time.
They can try. I'm not easily bad. Born.
Oh boy.
Your AC is 18.
Yes, with my
Then
shield.
it's exactly a hit.
Ah, curses.
That's 6 hit points.
Ah, helm, curse you, vile monster.
And the other one, what you say?
What did you say to my brother?
And he hits 2. That's another 6. Not going well.
Ow! I'm like at less than half hit points.
Oh dear.
Now,
So
Alan.
I'm bleeding a bit.
Alan. So, Thunderwave is a cube.
Yeah.
It also makes very loud noise.
It's also going to
Also,
throw some
it
very
also-
pessimistic elf
Yes.
into the bugbear.
Right. I'm going to rules lawyer here because a cube is a point of origin. So it's not. So I could
The
choose the cube
spell
to be
has
here.
you as the center.
Does it? It doesn't say that. It says. It's one of those things you have to interpret.
sweeps out from-
out from you,
Yeah.
which sounds like, but it could also sweep out in one direction. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean, and I wish I'd known that or read that up when I was playing Indigo.
It is.
15 cube originating from you.
But that's the origin point of spells, you see.
Okay.
Fine.
It's rules.
Consider this rules lawyered.
Okay.
You can try and push the 2 dwarves away from you.
I know it's a
and
point
thunder
of
wave
contention.
them about.
I will do that.
Without killing me, you mean?
Yes,
without
nice.
killing you.
Without killing you.
Because otherwise it's a pretty useless spell. So it is.
It's a very good spell if you're alone in the midst of enemies.
At least that's how.
We always used to think it was a wave. We didn't
But
even
it's-
think it was a cube,
but
and then
it's
we
not.
read out. Yeah.
So they need to make Constitution saving throws.
Will do.
Thank you very
actually-
much that I do not have to do this.
How do I make a concentration check?
Natural 1 for the dwarf number 1.
It's
And a natural
Constitution
20 for the
saving
other. Oh. So
So-
he goes flying. How many feet?
throw. Push 10 feet away. On a failed save, he takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage and isn't pushed.
So he's pushed away,
Yeah.
and he takes.
2D.
Yeah, he's stopped by the wall.
So he
How'd
takes
you roll well?
12 thunder damage. And the other dwarven fellow will take 6.
And the dwarf goes, huh? Goes flying backwards.
Blammo.
Quick question: how do I make a concentration check on my Shield of Faith? Because I took damage from the bugbears.
Oh, it's a con saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you need.
Just a con save. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pass.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, there's a formula. The damage you've taken.
Okay, so I've
think
rolled a natural
It's
20.
half the damage taken
Or
or
10.
10, whichever is lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I rolled a natural 20. I'm concentrating.
you're concentrating so hard.
Thank you.
Very,
Master,
very
well
good.
done.
We don't know what we're doing with our hands, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
I'll just.
That's what Alan did.
I don't think I have any useful. No, I can't use that. I don't think I have any bonus actions that I can do, so I'll stay there.
Good, Zan.
Yep. Well, I will, out of my component pouch, produce a small straight piece of iron, which will also hover in the air before me, and to the bugbear that really did want to do this, I will suggest he should just stop and cast Hold Person. So he will have to make a Wisdom saving throw against 13 again, and hopefully fail this one.
But they're not good at wisdom, but he rolled an 18. He says, will not stop. Will stop when you all dead.
And
I think they're too dumb to understand you, Zan. Just hit them.
Yes, hit them, preferably over here.
well, that's my turn because it was an action. That was the action.
The dwarf pushes away from the wall. Now you really made me angry, little man. This used to be just a job, but now it's personal.
Oh dear.
What's your AC?
Currently 16.
Oh, then he barely misses you.
Aha!
The axe goes swish
Holy
above your
light.
head.
Well, that's never happened before.
Stop that! Gwyn.
Is the other fellow going to attack me?
And it's not his turn
Oh, it's
yet.
not his turn, okay.
Yeah, he's a bit slow, the other dwarf.
Oh, no.
He's a slow
he's
dwarf.
he's a slow boy. Okay. Very well. I'm going to.
Yes. You're going to do something paladinish.
Yes, I will. I will attack the first bugbear again. And can I see if I hit first before I say what I want to do, or do I have to declare Divine Smite beforehand?
Usually you declare it beforehand. I'm not entirely sure.
Because I have to use a spell slot, but only if I hit.
Oh,
so.
I think with Divine Smite, if you hit, you can then say, I use Divine Smite.
Yeah.
So if you
Well,
miss, you don't spend the spell slot.
I'm going to try and
Go
use
ahead
Divine Smite
and
see if
try
I
and hit.
Yeah.
And
You
then we're
don't
gonna see.
lose Divine Smite if
Yeah.
you miss.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will. I feel bolstered by the spell on you actually working, so I have actually protected someone.
You announce it when you hit.
And you also have Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, I know. So I'll see what I roll.
You announce
first.
it when you hit.
Yeah.
I don't think I need the bardic inspiration for that, so that would be a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Helm, smite thee down, fiend, and slash at him. That would be a d8 plus additional 2d8. He's not undead or a fiend, is he?
No.
Shame.
Can we change that?
Oh, God. 11.
Doesn't look that bad.
14 damage altogether.
14 damage altogether.
Including some radiant damage.
Okay.
And also, I'm guessing my weapon probably glows or something.
Yes. It looks very, very, very,
My
very
cloak
noble.
swirls out. Even the bleeding looks noble.
The second dwarf rolls a natural 20 trying to hit Zan.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted.
And that's 5 hit points.
That is good because I'm still standing.
Barely so. And while you're trying to keep on your feet and everything is kind of blurring in your sight, you hear a voice you haven't heard in a while from the mouth of the alley that goes, "Aha! So there's evil here that needs a kick in the backside." And there's a vague human shape with a bald hat, and you hear the sign from somewhere around there.
Nice.
And this is where we end this session. And we may have another character joining the crew next time we play. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. Today I don't have to hurry like last week because actually there's nothing coming after this. So thanks to Thanksgiving week, we're all that's on today at Twitch/D&D. Well, thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for handing over the slot and trusting us to do a decent show. Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to my players and people at Arcanum Worlds who produced the adventure module, the people at Beamdog who allowed us to use the music and all the character arrangement stuff and anything, the UI from Baldur's Gate, and Scott Buckley who did the music, and well, everyone involved, and especially the people in chat, our lovely moderators today. And yes, we do have our own channel, our own Twitch channel, actually, Orkenspalter TV, the thing that it says over there, or over there. I'm going to see in a second. And yeah, we're doing similar things like this, but usually in German, because we are German, but for international viewers, we decided to do this show in English for working with Wizards of the Coast. And thanks for the link. Right. Yeah, we do some things in English too, some actual plays, some videos, but mostly it is German, because actually Orkenspalter TV is, when you're looking for people who are specializing in TTRPGs, we're the biggest people around. That's not bragging, it's simply a fact, but the German scene is much smaller than the international English-speaking one, so relations. Yeah. That was our second session, and in the next one there's going to be another character, which we plan to also have as a PC, but scheduling changed, so it's going to be a quick NPC hello, and then we're going to change things around again. This happens, the people who are playing with us, they're just doing it for fun and food, and sometimes kids get sick or someone's stuck in traffic and stuff like that. But I'm still very happy to have my lovely players to harass them with bugbear sliding off roofs. And then we're going to have the last session that's mostly Baldur's Gate or entirely Baldur's Gate. And after that, we're going to head into the wilderness and see what's going on in the Cloakwood forest south of Baldur's Gate. And then there are going to be 3 sessions. We're not going to have a live introduction. And we're going to tape the introduction too, because we are going to be traveling a lot during that time, but we're going to be back for the finale in the new year, and I'm hoping to see you then too. And otherwise, I'm probably, well, if you are here more often, I'm going to see you tomorrow too in 23 hours. Because the next slot that's up is actually Descent into Avernus Blood War, where I am not GMing, where I can relax and just play as my lovely orc, half-orc tiefling monk, and where Guy from How to Be a Great GM is hopefully going to be a great GM. Yeah, but this was our little show where we show off how we do it over here in the heart of Europe. And well, I hope you liked it, and maybe see you tomorrow or next week. And yeah, have a great evening or day if you're to the west of us, and also have a great weekend. See you then. I'm going to log off now. I got 2 more minutes than usual, thanks to the fact that everyone else is off enjoying their festivities, enjoying their holidays. So goodbye everyone. This is me signing off.